I'd like to welcome you to our council meeting today. Thanks for being here. All council members are here. The mayor is asked to be excused. We have Doug Hill here. Brooke and Jill, welcome. First order of business is to have our Pledge of Allegiance, and I've asked our city attorney, Jill Critchfield, if he'd do that for us. Repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everyone, and thanks, GL. There are no minutes scheduled, so we'll go to our first special recognition, our 2021 Jim and Jean Hendrickson Beautification Awards. Matt, are you here? He's right there. There he is. Matt, come on up. I saw him out there in the hall, invited him to have some pizza, and he goes, nope, I'm just good. That's why he stays fit. Anyway, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Council. We're excited to announce the winners of the Jim and Jean Hendrickson Beautification Awards. I'd like to invite up the Shade Tree Commission, Darren Bird, Dr. Jan Evans, and Connie Fong.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening. And we get excited to do this every year. We have some amazing nominations this year. And as we go through, Matt will pull up the pictures of these yards and of these businesses. So we're just going to go on a rotating basis. And as we list your name, if you're here, please come on up. And we'll begin with District 1. And the winners are Vanessa and Michael Richards on Pitchfork Street.
Beautiful.
And then District 2, which is my district, Mark and Trina Grandinetti on Bryanston Cove. They're here tonight. And if not, we'll give their award to them.
For District 3, let's see, Keith and Cherie Larson on Atwood Boulevard.
See their pictures.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, such a fun assignment. So District 4 is Mr. Robert Brady on Utanan Street. Anyway, lovely yard.
Yes, beautiful. Oh. Huh. As I begin, I want to recognize that two of our members that were longtime Shade Tree members, Jay and the name under which we have our award, Jim Hendrickson. I am so sorry. I've been in this for so long. I just went blank and I apologize. Jim is just such a dear friend, but they both passed away this year and we love them dearly and they made a great tribute and difference to our Murray. But each of us that live here know how blessed we are to live in such a great community. It's such a privilege to be here. And we thank the service that you've given. But my honor is to be able to tell you that in District 4, Robert Brady on 5889 South Utana Drive is the winner. And we are so glad that they have a house. And, well, they didn't come, but we'll make sure that they get their award. In my district, which I'm so thrilled to tell you about, because, of course, everybody thinks their area is the very, very best. Lowell and Susan Gill at 614 East Evesham. Congratulations. Thank you. And your neighbors that know me would ask why I kept driving by your house, wondering what was going on.
We thought you were stalking us.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I know that helped.
Okay. And the Mayor's Award for Xeriscape is Christopher Burnett and Annie Yu. Beautiful. Thank
Take a
you.
picture of like millennials, Instagram. We're gonna do the whole
Absolutely. When do you turn down having a picture?
thing. Yeah. Do you mind taking it? This is
I would
our
love to.
amazing landscaper who did all of the hard work. So
Wow,
brought it over.
that's beautiful.
Just some of us are more bossy than others. But you've known me for a long time. You knew that.
Next on the list is a local business. It's called Ingenuity Automotive Service. Are they here tonight? What's impressive with them is they landscape in front of their business and they go all the way down the sidewalks both ways, and it just looks really nice in that little neighborhood.
That's beautiful.
We have for multifamily Spring Hill condominiums on 5600 South. If there's anyone here from Spring Hill. And Spring Tree. We had an honorable mention this year. We've often done this for public entities that have kind of gone over and above. And we have the Salt Lake County Health Department on Wood Oak Lane this year. Come on up. Congratulations.
So you guys are the ones that keep it so nice and
Well, Ricardo's our facilities manager, so he really gets all the credit. Just for
that's awesome.
If you get a chance, drive all the way around that facility. It's really impressive. And then we call it the Mayor's Award, and this is the award that was the highest vote getter in all 5 city council districts. And that goes to Brett and Suzanne Reynolds on Fontaine Blue Drive.
This is a joint project between my husband and I couldn't do it alone. No one can do it alone.
Is he taking beautiful?
Yes, it is beautiful.
I'm not gonna be in the picture.
I'm just the slave. She just dig a hole and I'd say, yes, ma'am, howdy.
Well, you did a great job. It's beautiful. Thank you.
I just wanted to say it's a house that I walk by often, and it's so beautiful, and I just kind of get lost in it. And you introduced me to Edelweiss, and I had never seen that before. It's just a beautiful garden, so thank you. Oh, anyway, thank you so much.
I remember you bringing up Edelweiss the other day.
I know, it was so
Yeah,
cool.
so
Yes.
well, thank you, everyone. Matt, thanks, Connie and Darren and Dr. Evans, Jan. Dr. Evans. I've known her for a lot of years, and I used to call her Dr. Evans till she said, "Call me Jan." I said, "That's hard to do after calling you Dr. Evans a long time." But thank you, everyone. And those of you that want to sneak out, this is the time to do it. You can stay for another 2 hours, or you can get up and go. I'm just kidding you. It's only going to be, well, it won't be 2 hours, probably a half hour. You never know. But thank you, everyone, for coming, and we appreciate you. Beautiful homes. Thanks, Matt. All righty. We'll wait just 1 second and get those doors shut. Okay. All right. We'll move on to our citizen comments. Is that correct? Are we there? So this is where you're allowed to, and any citizens are allowed to speak for 3 minutes. And if you're going to speak, we'll ask you after, if you haven't filled out a form, Jennifer here has a form. If you please state your name and address, and we'll open that up right now if anyone wants to speak. Okay. Seeing none, we'll close citizen comments. There's no consent agenda. We'll next go to our only public hearing tonight to consider an ordinance amending the city's fiscal year 2021-2022 budget. And our Finance Director, Brenda Moore. Thanks for being here, Brenda.
Thank you. I'm not going to go through the whole presentation I did last time, but I will go. I got this, and it will click. There we go. This is my budget amendment. I've started numbering them because they do come quite frequently due to the number of grants that we receive. So this is the annual roll forward of projects and the savings for projects that happens every year. It includes new grants that we have received at approximately $107,000. Roll forward from reserves from the enterprise funds of $2.5 million for trucks and equipment and projects that were in process. The CIP fund, we're rolling forward $5 million. From the general fund, from reserves, these are things that rolled into reserves and are now coming back out. The alcohol tax of $175,000, Class C. And I have police salary adjustments of $412,067 in the budget document as it was originally done. What this does not contain, just so you are totally aware, is any budget for spending of our ARPA funds that we have received. So that is not included. That will be on a separate thing someday when we decide what we're going to do with them, because we have time and we're going to think about it. That will be on a separate budget opening all by themselves. We have received funds. We cannot spend them without your approval in a budget opening. Are there any other questions or comments?
Any questions for?
Do you want me to go back through how CIP works and it just rolls from year to year?
I'll turn that over to the council to answer that.
No, we already went through it, so yeah, I mean, you were very good with us explaining it all. So,
Doug?
Yeah, I just want to make it clear that the police increase in police costs that were discussed in the committee of the whole are not included in the amount that Brenda just. So if you want to increase those, you'll need to make that part of your motion.
Okay. Thanks, Doug. You want to do that now? Let's first do that now, Brenda.
You can't make. Well, I will.
Not you, but can you? Are you ready for us to do that?
We have to have a public hearing first.
Okay.
See if
So,
there's comments.
okay. Any more questions for Brenda at this time? Do I do the public hearing after we do or do it now? Okay, I'll do that. I'll open it up for, thanks, Brenda. I'll open it up for public hearing. And this is for what Brenda just discussed. So same thing as citizen comments, 3 minutes if you want to come up. All right, we'll close the public hearing comments and turn it over to the council as mentioned by Doug.
If there are no comments, I'd like to move that we approve the ordinance amending the city's fiscal year 21-22 budget that includes the changes to the police department compensation step plan to remain competitive with peace officer recruitment and retention, and to include the budget amendment that we talked about in the committee of the whole, which would increase it, I think, by about $185,000-ish. To include the longtime veteran officers that we have that weren't included in the original budget amendment.
Okay, do we have a second on that?
I'll second that.
Okay, any comments on this motion? Okay, if seeing none, Brooke.
Aye.
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 Aye. Thank you, Brooke. Thank you. All right. We will now move to our only business item to consider a resolution authorizing the issuance of sales tax revenue bonds, Series 2021, and schedule a public hearing to receive input from the public. Brenda, thank you.
So as we discussed in the committee of the whole a couple of weeks ago, the state legislature has allocated $500,000 a year for the next 15 years towards transportation projects. We've done a little analysis and decided that the best use of those funds would be as a to provide the payment bond service and bond for those proceeds so that we can get ahead of inflation, get some of our larger road projects done sooner rather than later, rather than saving for a few years and then doing large road projects. This getting bonds now would allow those larger projects to happen sooner. And what we will do, this is for the parameters for that. So basically what you will be voting on tonight would be to set the parameters, which would be the par amount maximum would be $6.7 million. The maximum interest rate would be 5%. That would be more like a coupon rate. We anticipate that the actual amount that we will bond for will be less than 2%. Maximum term will be 16 years. We get 15 payments. We're not going to get, you've going to have a few months in there as we're waiting to make a bond payment and stuff. So there will be 16 years, probably 15 payments. Maximum discount rate that we will accept is 2%. I'm pretty sure we're going to be selling these at a premium, so we will get more money than we are the face value. And then the last, we're designating officers who can do this. So after this, you guys don't have to hear about it again. I get to go through all those thick papers, and GL gets to go through those hundreds of pages, and the mayor gets to go through all those hundreds of pages and sign his name just like he's doing a mortgage. So it'd be the mayor pro tem, and the finance director to be the designated officers. Do you have any questions?
Any questions for Brenda?
It's not a question, but when we were in the committee of the whole, I expressed my concern about having too many bonds and going into, into debt. And, we don't do that in Murray. We're very, very careful about that. And you pretty much put that to rest and explained how it makes a lot of sense.
It does.
And
I think inflation is going to be way more than the 2% that we're going to pay in interest. The interest rates are really low right now, and the cost of items just continues to rise. So if we can get some of these big projects done, and these are the projects that we have to use outside contractors for. Our crews can do very small streets, but these are the big ones. So it just makes sense, I think. And we just paid off a bond that was a sales tax bond.
Yeah.
And I think we will only have 3 sales tax bonds out there with this one. And the only reason I'm doing it, I wouldn't be doing it if the legislature hadn't given us the $500,000. So we're shopping payment, which is not what you're supposed to do when you're buying a car. But if you have $500,000 to spend on transportation projects, that is what we're going to spend on this. We'll keep the payment at or below $500,000.
Brenda, remind us what that payment or the interest rate was on the bond that we paid. Or do you know that off the top of your head from the bond that we just paid?
Paid off? Mm-hmm. I don't know what we sold it at, but the coupon rate when we paid it off 2 payments early was at 4.5.
Okay. It was, well, yeah.
So we saved approximately $16,000, $17,000 by paying it early.
Thank you.
Yes, I really appreciate that fiscal responsibility. So thank you.
Brenda, that $500,000, remind me how many years we get that?
15.
So it just pays for the bond.
It pays for the bond.
Any other questions for Brenda? Okay. Thank you, Brenda. Okay, we need to, it's not a public hearing, but we need to open it up for one. When will that be, Brenda? Next?
It's this public hearing due to noticing requirements would be scheduled for October 5th.
Okay.
First meeting in October.
Okay, so a month from now. Okay, thank you. So we'll look for a motion. Motion to yeah, this takes a motion.
Okay, I make a motion that we approve a resolution authorizing the issuance of sales tax revenue bond series 2021 and schedule, and that's it. I'll stop right there.
We're going to schedule that for the public hearing, yes, okay.
You want to put that date?
Yeah, you want to put that in what, October 5th? Okay, Dale, will you do that?
Was it October 5th?
So yeah, and schedule a public
And
hearing
schedule a public hearing. I guess I wasn't through.
for October 5th.
For October 5th.
Boy, I loved it. Did you hear Dale? Am I through? He was quick, wasn't he? He followed Jill perfectly, so
I'll second that.
thank you. Rosa, will you say what you're seconding? I'm kidding. Okay. Thank you.
Whatever Dale said.
I'm kidding. Thank you. Okay, Brooke?
Aye.
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 Aye. Thanks, Brenda. Thank you, GL. Okay, Doug, over for the mayor report.
Well, first of all, I just want to excuse Mayor Camp, who is out of town with his family. And I have just a couple of items to make you and those that are here today, as well as those that might be listening in virtually, aware of. As we all know, this Saturday, September 11th, is Patriot Day and also a National Day of Service of Remembrance. On this day, Americans across the country are called to volunteer in their local communities in tribute to the individuals lost and injured in the attacks, first responders, and the many who have risen in service to defend our freedom. The city on this day, Saturday, September 11th, is also hosting what is called Get to the River Festival. And the public is invited to participate if they would like to give the service that I just spoke about on this day. So anybody who would like to show up at one of the parking areas on the Jordan River Parkway in Murray, starting at 8 a.m. and continuing through 1 p.m. is welcome to attend, and we will have numerous projects that volunteers can help out with along the Jordan River Parkway. In addition, there will be at Winchester Park, starting at 8 a.m., a chalk art contest. And so that'll be very interesting for not only those that want to participate, but even for the public just to view the amazing artwork that usually occurs at this every year. Judging of that will be at 2:30 in the afternoon on Saturday. And there is a registration fee as well as a deadline of this Thursday if people want to participate in the chalk art contest. And then for those that would like to participate in a virtual 5K race, so what that means is you go out and you run a 5K race on your own sometime before tomorrow, and then you post your score. That will also be something that you can sign up for and participate in. And as a special treat to those in this room and those that might be listening in, this is not something that's being advertised to the public, but we will have a 3-time Grammy Award-winning violinist, Hillary Hahn, who will be giving a performance at the Kennecott Nature Center on Monday night, September 13th, so a week from yesterday, or next Monday at 7 o'clock. So it's a very small, intimate group that can attend that because of the seating that's at the Nature Center. But anybody who wants to come to that and is aware of it, which is, again, is a small group, is invited to participate in that, again, next Monday at 7 o'clock at the Kennecott Nature Center. And that's everything that I have.
All right, thank you, Doug. Any questions for Doug? Okay, seeing none. Any other thing from the council? All right, thanks everyone for attending. This meeting is adjourned.